So I've hit a bit of a dead end in terms of creativity for photography and videos. It's all a mental game in my head. It's all in my head. It's like a thing to do with confidence. It's like a thing to do with confidence, and then also just like self-doubt and being self-critical. Having a lot of trouble with inspiration and motivation for videos and photography. Like for instance, this week I was meant to be posting a video of me arriving in Venice last year, but it's the end of the week and I was hoping to put up a video tomorrow or today, and I haven't even started editing it just because creatively I've just had a blank in terms of what to make. So I thought I'd just come down to the harbour in Newcastle to just try and reset, just do something very basic to play with the lights a little bit. I've come down in the golden hour to try and get some nice photos of the light. I've got this app called Sun Surveyor, and I can't really show because the screen's going to go all weird. But basically it shows you a map of where the sun is at that point in time. It has like a 3D compass. It tells you at what stage golden hour will be. For instance, today golden hour is meant to be from like 5:54 till 6:54, and that's just where you'll get like those nice photos of like the long shadows and the nice orangey golden light, like for instance on the side of my face or on the side of buildings and stuff. So I just thought I'd come down, get some photos, film a couple of things, and just put that together in a little package. Hopefully it looks okay. So I'll show those photos at the end of the video, the original and the edited version. But again, that goes into the whole being self-critical thing. But recently I've been editing photos and I just haven't been liking any of them, which is weird and annoying. Like I've been following different tutorials on YouTube, and I've been going completely away from tutorials and just trying to figure out something by myself, and I just don't, and I just end up not liking the final image. But I'll put them up as like a comparison, original and edited. This is kind of a weird rambling one because I'm kind of like sharing personal things which I don't normally like to talk about, and I'm doing it in a public place, which just makes me feel heaps vulnerable. Before I started filming, I was actually standing in this one spot for like 20 minutes because there was like a couple people like 10 meters that way having a conversation, and I felt weird talking so close to them. And then a guy came behind the camera, and then he started having a beer, and again I just had to wait for him to finish. I didn't have to wait, but I chose to wait just because I felt so uncomfortable. In terms of video, I feel kind of weird because making videos is something I really want to do, and I want to do that for the rest of my life if I can. I've recently been offered heaps of video work, and I did one of the jobs, and I just like corporate stuff, and I feel like it took all the fun out of it for me. But it wasn't a fun experience at all. Like, I did not enjoy it. So I've had to pass up all that work, which I could really use for money, but it's either like money or happiness, I guess. And I not very often say this, but I think happiness is probably more important at this stage. But I'm still getting the occasional photography gig, which is good. For instance, over this weekend on Saturday I have an engagement party that I have to shoot, and another project which has some night photography, which I'm keen to do because I love doing night photography. This one, it's a style of night photography I haven't quite done before. It's kind of a mixture between portraiture and long exposure, which I've done both of them, but I haven't combined the two. So it'd be interesting how that turns out. Hopefully it works all right. But yeah, we'll see. Pretty excited to do those two. Pretty excited to get a little bit of cash in the pocket, even though I won't be able to spend it because I have to put it on other stuff. But yeah, anyway, this one's just a bit of a weird feeling one. Hopefully, I don't even know, hopefully I can make something out of what I have. I had this idea that every time I was going to do one of these like present day Jason Taylor show videos, I would maybe like say some of the people I've been watching recently on YouTube or on Instagram or something. And over the last couple of weeks, I've found a guy called Sean Tucker. He's a photographer and he makes videos on YouTube. I just feel like I've learned a lot just from like the 10 maybe videos I've watched of his. Just because he talks about the lighting and stuff. It's where I got this golden hour idea from. And he does like a very simple type of video, but it like gets a message across, which is real cool. It'd be cool if I could try to do something like that in the future. But anyway, this has gone on long enough. I've done just over 19 minutes of recording. I sure hope this video is not that long. I don't expect anyone to like or subscribe on this video. But if you want to do it, go ahead. It makes me feel a little bit better about myself. But apart from that, here are some of the photos that I've taken. I hope you enjoy it.